All right, I bought a new phone. It's it's Sirant over here in China. Ukulele rock god in training. Could be. Bought a new phone recently that has a 13 megapixel back camera and theoretically 1080p video recording. Front camera, believe it or not, 5 megapixel and 720p video recording. So I'm doing a little test under low light conditions at the moment just to see how it works and, more importantly, how it sounds when I got some ukulele action going on here. So let's give her a go and see what it sounds like. I know you belong to somebody new. Tonight you belong to me. Alright, let's leave it there. I'm going to turn on the light and dramatically improve the lighting conditions in here and see how much of a difference that makes. Now I can see right away that puts a lot of shadow on me from there. However, I'm not even going to bother with that. I'm not even going to bother. I have a fluorescent light up in front which could shed more light on the situation. Chuckle. But I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to stand with the light above and slightly in front of me. And I'm going to try recording again. Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Your protein pills and put your helmet on. Oh, that was terrible. But hey, not here for the song today, just here for the video testorino, test parameters. Another thing I'm going to try to set up is I want to set up a rig, a stand, a tripod of sorts, so that I can put my camera on it the other way around and record in 1080p. The problem with that, of course, is going to be that I won't be able to see what I'm recording, so I need to basically set up the stand in a place and kind of keep it there so that I know that every time I'll know where to place the phone for the best exposure. But anyway, yeah, this is my new phone, in case you're wondering, is this. Well, bam. It's a TCL Y910, also known as the Hero N3. Pretty kick-ass so far from what I can see. I bought myself a Nokia Windows phone and didn't like it. Bought myself the brand new Nokia Galaxy Note 8 8-inch. I had huge expectations for that and sucked, didn't like it. So I bought this one. This is cheaper than the Galaxy, but double the price of the Nokia. The Nokia was the cheapest one possible, by the way. I spent 2,000 RMB on this thing without a contract. They're starting to go contract in China, a little bit frightening. 2,000 RMB is about 300 bucks, 320, 330 bucks. A bit expensive for a phone, but for here that's cheap when a lot of people are paying 1,000 bucks for an iPhone 5S. But yeah, so far as specs, this thing kicks the shit out of the iPhone 5S with, we've got it back over here again, 2 gig of RAM, 16 gig of ROM. That it doesn't have an external SD card, but 16 gig is pretty good. I'm not going to use this phone for gaming and massive multimedia storage. I've got cloud storage for music. China is just rife with free Netflix-style movie and TV stations and applications that I can access 100% for free, so I don't need any of that kind of stuff. I don't need any of that kind of storage. But one thing this phone does have is has a quad-core 1.5 rock chip processor, which is nice and speedy. It's got a beautiful, beautiful 1080p high-resolution screen, 6 inches, nice and big. Back camera, 13 megapixels with a 5p zoom lens. That means you can do the digital zoom, and it's still beautiful, rock solid clear. 5 megapixel front camera, beautiful, with 720p video recording, which I'm using right now. And yeah, I mean, it's got all sorts of other bells and whistles and tweeters and twatters and this and that. But I mean, as far as the phone and the camera, amazing, outstanding. I'm especially thrilled about the front camera. My wife's iPhone 4S, she loves to death because of the 8 megapixel back camera, but the front camera is still half a megapixel, 0.3, less than half a megapixel, so it's crap. This, I think for vloggers, for performers, for people like me that are doing the musical and entertaining type selfies as opposed to just clicking a picture, having a 5 megapixel 720p camera is going to be great. All my other videos in the past have been recorded on my 720p webcam because the sound quality was gorgeous. I haven't heard this one obviously yet to know how this is going to be, but yeah. Bam! Haven't done a review video in a while, so here we go. This is a TCL Y910 Hero N3. So far, loving it. Okay, everybody, it's Sirant once again over here in China. This is part 2 of the same video talking about my TCL Y910 Hero N3 new phone. It all kicks ass. One thing I failed to mention in the last video attached to this one was that this phone has dual SIMs, so I have my rock solid super speed Chinese 3G card with internet everywhere and my mobile phone. So this gives me access to QQ, WeChat, Skype, MSN, Gmail, Facebook, YouTube, etc., 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 and even a local Canadian phone number so my friends and family in Canada and America can call me completely long distance free on a local Canadian phone number, and my mobile phone here in China rings and it's crystal clear talking to them, magic Jackie rule. I've got my VPN on here, so I've got my YouTube, my Facebook, I've got everything. This is my major communication device, but that's not what I'm here to talk about in this video. In the last video I showed you the front camera, 5 megapixel 720p camera on the TCL Hero, and it was first with no overhead lighting, just a small IKEA lamp in front of me, kind of a yellowish color. It looked very grainy, and then I turned on the light directly over my head, and it made it better, but it still wasn't great. I don't really think it was 720p. With the poor lighting, it did not look very good. This time for the 720p video, I have got the lamp, I've got the overhead, and I've got a front overhead fluorescent light. I have no idea what this looks like right now because the camera is of course turned around and I'm looking at the back camera. So what I've done is I've taken a little tablet tripod that I had since I'm not going to be using my crappy tablet as much anymore, and I've put it onto the tripod. I first turned it around with the front camera to kind of position it, flipped it around to the 1080p camera, and we'll see how that goes. So yes, this is just a test with better lighting of the 1080p camera, and I of course can't see it. I'll see it right before I post it. So once again, this is, I can't even see where I am right now, maybe I'm pointing at nothing, the TCL Y910 Hero N3, China's latest super phone that has come out, very reasonably priced. So far I am loving it. Hey everyone, it's Sirant again, part 3 of the same video. This is going to be the shortest one. I actually am recording this on the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 with the S Pen and the 8-inch screen and the blah blah blah, which I did really like at first when it worked properly. Then I started having the touchscreen problem that everybody's having where it only works with the S Pen, not with your fingers. Annoying. Because I was using the S Pen so much for every single thing I have to do with the tablet, It broke. I had to fix it with toothpick and crazy glue. Annoying. So many other little issues I'm just not happy about. And I paid double for this phone than I did for the TCL Y910 Hero N3. I put both of the videos from the TCL onto my computer now and looked at the size. And here's what I found. At 720p, the recording size is about 91 megabytes per minute of recording, which is not bad. And for the 1080p recording on the back camera, it is 173 megabytes per minute for 1080p. So it's almost double the capacity, but when you look at the actual quality of the videos, you see that it's definitely well worth it. At 16 gig, if I can record 173 per minute, yeah, I've got quite a bit of recording time before I run out of space on the phone. So that's all cool. For the videos that I make, they're typically all for YouTube. They're going to be under 10 minutes anyway, so I'm only ever looking at maybe 2 gig. So that's fine. Anyway, like I said, right now this is recording on the Samsung, and yeah, this will be its last recording job. From now on, this guy becomes my newest ebook reader and possibly movie player, things like that. It does have an external SD card, so I'll get a 64 gig SD card, put a bunch of movies and music on it, and this will be my media machine. And the TCL will become my communications platform from hell, as well as my media recording device, videos, pictures, etc. Because the pictures have been superb on the front and back cameras. Hell, the pictures on the front camera on the TCL kicked the crap out of this one, I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, this is Sirant. This has been my review of the TCL Y910 Hero N3 made in China, about $300. I think I saw them on sale in America for about $375. I think they're worth it. Great little dual SIM phone. Peace out. See you later. Next video, I think I'm going to do a couple more review videos before going back to becoming a ukulele rock god. Peace.